Well, here's some history you might not be aware of. We sell over 200 construction and repair products. And we are in the US, we're in Canada, Puerto Rico, Central and South America. Now, concrete is the foundation of our business, yes. But you see, now we have companies like Custom Building Products, we have Pavestone, we have Spec Mix, Best Block, we have QPR, Target, and most recently, Keystone Hardscapes, located right there, Contech and Rinker in our family. Now that means you have one source for all of your construction needs. All right, question for you. What's it cost to tear up, haul off, and replace a beat up, worn out sidewalk like that one, a driveway or a parking lot like that in your area? Well, you're gonna need labor, right? You're gonna need equipment, you're gonna need trucks, yards of material. So let's see, it's easily gonna run you what? $350 to $550 per square foot to replace an old concrete surface like that one. Well, not to mention your time invested, right? Our new Quikrete Recap Concrete Resurfacer is an easy and affordable way for bringing worn concrete surfaces back to life. We're going to show you. In fact, Recap Concrete Resurfacer can transform a spalled and tired driveway, a patio or sidewalk like that one into a durable, beautiful, long-lasting concrete surface as little as 25 cents per square foot. And with Recap, you get 4 times greater bond strength. You're going to get the extended working time you need. You know what though? You don't have to take my word for it. Let's put it to the test, shall we? Here we have a tensile bond strength test. Where are my lab folks? Now, as you can see, there's Jarek. We attached a disc of Recap Concrete Resurfacer to an existing concrete slab here. Now, when we attempt to forcefully pull the disc from this slab with this machine, what do you think is going to happen? Now, if you're thinking that the disc is going to break away from the concrete slab, hopefully you're wrong. The slab should actually fracture before the recap bond will fail. Let's put it to the test, Jarek. All right. Now this is going to exert pressure, right? And the normal PSI of concrete's around what, 100? Is that right? So we're hoping to get far beyond that. We're at 2. This could take a while. It's a 45-minute demo. Did I mention that? We're at 5 PSI, 6. Now we're going 10, 12. Gaining speed rapidly. I'm going to stand back, Jerry. We're over 100. 180. What do we get to? 190. Let's check it out. See, that's what I was talking about. The actual slab fractured before the recap bond did. Let's give it up for Jerry. He did a nice job. Pretty impressive. But I think what's equally impressive is how easy this new resurfacer is to use, and we're going to show you. First, most critical step, get rid of any grease, oil, and other stains with a 3,500 PSI pressure washer. Do that first. Then make any repairs you need to any cracks or deep spalls so you have a nice, level, flat surface. And you can make any repairs with recap, or you can use our polymer modified structural repair. Now, before pouring the resurfacer, as you can see, saturate the surface with water. Now this has a working time of about 20 minutes, so you want to limit your work area to no bigger than about 140 square feet. Then, pour the mix onto the concrete, and you want to spread it evenly until you have the desired depth and finish that you want. This can be applied from a feather edge to 1/4 of an inch. One 40-pound bag of recap concrete resurfacer will cover about 80 square feet at a 1/16 of an inch, or about 40 square feet at an 1/8 of an inch. Now maybe you want a non-slip or textured finish afterward. Wait 5 minutes, then apply a broom to it. And then you can walk on it in about 6 hours, and you can drive on it in about 24 hours. And to make your life even better, check this out. It's now packaged in a weather barrier bag. This is going to protect it from weather for up to 8 months. So you don't have to worry about going to waste if the project is put on hold. So the next time you're faced with spending lots of time and money to tear out old concrete and pour a new slab, hold on a second, try our new Recap Concrete Resurfacer. Thank you, sir. How many of you have used our fast setting concrete right here in the red bag? Has anyone used this before? You know, whether you're building a fence, whether you're setting a mailbox, pouring a patio, a sidewalk, or a slab, or even setting up basketball goal, the quickest, easiest product to use by far are fast setting concrete in the red bag. In fact, you can even set posts without mixing. And this is going to set hard in about 20 to 30 minutes. Now today, we're going to demonstrate how fast setting concrete can save you time and money. We're going to show you right here on stage. Ready, guys? In a real post setting application, you want to add about 6 inches of Quikrete all-purpose gravel, which we've done, into the bottom of the hole for drainage. Then compact it and level the gravel using a post. Next, we got the post into the hole. We're going to attach, you can attach a couple of braces to each side to keep it level there. Use a level and make sure the post is perfectly vertical. If you have a little help like we do, great, because you can place the post in the hole and then have someone hold it in place. Then fill the hole with fast setting concrete up to 3 to 4 inches below ground level. Now this will set hard in 20 to 40 minutes. You want to wait about 4 hours to begin constructing your fence or applying heavy weight to your post. This can be used for setting wood or metal posts. Fast setting concrete isn't only for setting posts though. It's also great, as you can see right there, for general concrete slab work, as we're just showing you right there. It's ideal for smaller jobs that need to be done quickly and that ultimately reach 4,000 PSI, like a concrete pad for an HVAC unit, for example, or to replace a damaged section of sidewalk. So look for that in the red bag. Well done, gentlemen. Now for larger slab projects, like patios and floors, or heavy-duty applications like driveways, the way to go with that is Quikrete Q-Max Pro. Over the past few years, let me explain, we've spoken to thousands of contractors and we asked them, what would you want if you could create the perfect mix? If you could make it, what would you put in it? What would you need? They told us, I'd like an hour's working time to pour a slab, but it has to gain strength fast after it sets. I need a walk-on time of under 3 hours. That would be just about perfect. And what about ultimate strength? How much do you truly need? Contractors told us about 5,000 PSI. Okay, so let's recap. The ultimate mix should have a working time of about an hour, should have a walk-on time of around 3 hours, and a compressive strength of over 5,000 PSI. Drum roll, please. Anyone? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Quikrete Q-Max Pro. Perfect combination of working time, rapid strength gain, and performance. This is 80 pounds, by the way. As we're demonstrating, there's no special requirements. As you can see, pour the mix into your form, screed as you would normally do. Done. And as you float the mix, I want you to notice the workability and the finish of it. You see, this not only finishes beautifully, it's air entrained for improved freeze-thaw durability. Oh, and while we were at it, we added synthetic fibers for crack resistance, see those? So that eliminates the need for wire mesh for typical slab-on-grade applications. But if your slab does require structural steel, even made it corrosion resistant. I mean, really, Rachel, is there any way we could make Q-Max Pro any better? What do you think it is? Cost. Thank you. I didn't think about that. So we built a concrete mix that's the perfect combination of working time, strength gain, and performance, and it only costs about 10 bucks a bag. Thank you, sir. Well done. Next product we're going to show you right now. One of our most versatile concrete repair materials, epoxy concrete repair. Now this product permanently repairs vertical and horizontal cracks and spalls in concrete, permanently. It also bonds just about anything to concrete. Broken concrete to concrete, metal to concrete, tile to concrete, wood to concrete, you get the picture, almost anything. Our epoxy concrete repair is a high strength, rapid cure 2-part epoxy in a single cartridge. The material's non-sag properties make this perfect for both vertical, horizontal, even overhead repairs. Now this is especially good for repairing concrete edges that are exposed to a lot of impacts, like that one, concrete joints that have deteriorated, and damaged concrete columns and walls, like Matt is going to show us right here. How's it going, Matt? Good, man. As with all repairs, you want to get rid of all dust, any dirt, grease, and oil beforehand. And we recommend that you prepare the surface with our cleaner, etcher, and degreaser before you do this, till you have a nice strong bond. There it is. Now to get started, remove the plastic cap, and we're going to remove the plug from the end of the cartridge. Then place the cartridge into a caulking gun and attach the mixing nozzle. And you want to dispense a small amount until you have a nice, consistent gray color that doesn't have any streaks in it. And you want to use an entire cartridge at one time with no interruptions. But if you do have leftover material, check this out. Replace the plug and cap and store it for your next project. Now, to make surface repairs between a feather edge and several inches deep, can you get that, Rachel? Fill the void with material working from the bottom, like Matt is, to the top, and then trowel or putty knife flush. You'll have about 10 to 20 minutes to make your repair. It's actually better to wait a few minutes, let the material sit undisturbed before actually contouring and finishing the repair. After the epoxy is set, it can be sanded and painted in as few as 3 hours. Now, when using epoxy concrete repair as a bonding adhesive, carefully apply the epoxy by dispensing a liberal amount, like we're doing here, to one of the surfaces being bonded. Then you want to immediately place the two surfaces together and press firmly. And you may need to use some sort of fastening tool to hold the concrete surfaces together for about 3 hours so you get a nice permanent bond. So the next time you come across damage to structurally sound concrete, you can count on Quikrete epoxy concrete repair as an easy, inexpensive, and permanent fix. And finally, seems like we can't get through a construction project anymore without some kind of damage to concrete, right? Something happens. Well, our polymer modified structural repair, ideal for repairing broken edges and corners on concrete, steps and curbs like that one, spalling or broken slabs, and concrete and masonry walls without the need for any forms. First step, as always, proper surface prep, very important. You want to remove any unsound or flaking concrete from the repair area, and you can do this as we're doing with either a hammer, a chisel, a wire brush, or with a masonry grinding disc and a portable drill. Be sure to always wear eye protection and gloves. You got yours, Matt? Cool. Once the unsound concrete is removed, the surface should be cleaned of any loose material, dirt, oil, and grease before we apply structural repair. Looks like we're good to go. And our cleaner etcher and degreaser is the one for that. Now, this is a rapid hardening, high strength, shrinkage compensated repair material. It's formulated with special polymer resins that allows the material to be molded, sculpted, and shaped to match the contour of the surrounding concrete, and it does this without sagging. You can mix it to a clay-like consistency, and this is a rapid hardening material, as I said, and it's going to set in about 15 to 20 minutes, so you need to work pretty quickly with it. Now, whether you have a vertical application like we're simulating here, or like Clint is showing us here, a horizontal repair, structural repair should be built up in layers using a margin trowel as we're doing, and this will give you high strength, but it also gives you the working time you need. How often have we used repair materials that either set fast, but sometimes they harden in the bucket, or they don't give you enough time to get a good finish, right? Structural repair gives you a nice balance between fast setting, high strength, and working time. Continue to build and sculpt the material like we're doing so that the surface of the repair is above the surrounding concrete. In about 15 minutes, the patch has become thumbprint hard. No special curing is required. In temperatures over 90 degrees, you may want to keep the patch damp for about 24 hours with a fine water mist. And that's it. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, guys. And before you leave us today, don't miss out on touring the first concrete pipe tiny home. Have you seen this yet? First one built in the U.S. You're going to like this. It's the brainchild of Rinker Materials and also the American Institute of Architectural Student Organization. Actually, this tiny home is going to help the homeless and those displaced by natural disasters in the future. And the designer's actually here. Sandra's around there somewhere, right? She'll share her inspiration for the project with you. Be sure to check it out, get your badges scanned. Thank you for your attention. Have a great show, everybody. Thank you.